How are you all doing today? It's very hot here in DC. Just go ahead and start to tune into your breath if you're here already. Taking these deep sighs like I'm showing. That's awesome, Frankie Cuddles. Yeah, App Girl or Mandy. I like calling you App Girl, I don't know. If you have recommendations for Asheville, I'm open. I've heard of a pizza place and I'm booked to go, not skydiving, ziplining. It looks like skydiving because it's mountaintop to mountaintop. So yes, if you've seen me taking some deep breaths, you can go ahead and sink into your body as well if you're joining. Notice how you're doing today. How's the breath? How's the mind? My mind is very much like monkey mind today. I've got to move on my mind, and so this isn't rare for Mondays. Mondays we tend to like set out plans for the week, and sometimes, especially us like yoga teachers and people without these like firm schedules, like entrepreneurs, can be very much like a lot of open space, and it's hard sometimes to create a schedule and stick to it. I decided to make green fried tomatoes this morning instead of doing my homework for my training I'm doing. Keep taking these deep breaths like I just showed. Notice if you're kind of leaning forward, if you can sit back, take your shoulders back to open the heart a bit. How is your breath? Is it deep or shallow? Fast or slow? Notice what you notice. Start to draw the right ear to the right shoulder, opening up the left side neck and shoulder. Sometimes creating space in the body creates access to the breath. Try to not like crouch down like this, but have your chest open. If your eyes were open, you'd be looking towards the sky. Bring your head back to center. I just took another deep breath, so this is like the mood today. If you're just joining, I just invite you to take all the deep breaths today. Something's heavy in the air, I feel it. Bring the left ear to the left shoulder now. Again, creating space in the body, create space for the breath. Feel any constriction or constraint, and just notice. Come back to center. The work in yoga is to notice the sensations without like drawing conclusions or acting upon them. So maybe I'm like, ooh, there's a lot of tension or tightness in my right shoulder, side, neck. And then I can just notice that, right? Without being like, I must have slept funny last night, or it must be the way I'm holding my body while I'm on technology. Putting that aside and saying maybe, but just like putting it aside and being like, well, I just noticed that. I'm just noticing and being the witness. as Dharma says. And notice how your neck's doing now. You can take some half circles. Notice if you're grinding your teeth. Notice if you're annoyed of me saying notice. And bring the head back to center. And take your hands like this, the palms face away. You're interlocking your fingers if you can, and bring them overhead. If you've had top surgery, this is quite a stretch, so just allow yourself to be here. Take the hands apart if you need and breathe. This is also good for those recovering from COVID. It's opening our chests. The longer you stay, the shoulders might start to lift up, so try to just like let the shoulders go back down, and if you need, just release your hands. Keep your arms out to the sides, kind of like a V shape. Just opening the shoulder blades and back, the neck, back the arms. Maybe you start to draw kind of half circles with the arms. And give yourself a hug. Say thank you for showing up today for yourself. Bring the arms back out to the sides. If you can't see my arms like that. And just release the hands down. Come back to your breath. We didn't do any ohms yet, so let's try doing some ohms now. Om has 3 sounds. First, you open the mouth wide like ah, like you're at the doctor and they put that thing in. And then you bring the lips together in a circle. Oh, and then the lips together. Like this pizza is good. And the last part's the most delicious, so you want to make it longer. You hold that part longest. If you're self-conscious, don't worry if there's people around you. You can do it quietly. It doesn't matter like if your pitch is perfect or your tone. It's really about the intention. So imagine here like you're connected to everyone, everywhere, from Russia to Belarus to Madagascar to Ghana to Japan to Vietnam to California to the Caribbean to Venezuela to Dominican Republic. Everyone, everywhere, we're all connected. Let's join our voices again with the sound of Om. So this is Om Japa, and it's leaving me speechless. It's a really beautiful, powerful practice that can keep the mind focused, which is like one of the purposes of pranayama and meditation, to bring us concentration. And as we know, with the phones and technology these days, it can be difficult to have concentration and focus. And Om Japa just leaves the mind just like, do you feel it? Like, do you just feel it? Big sigh of relief for me. Let's do some more practices. I'm wanting to do more mantra. I'll lead the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Mahamrityunjaya? That's how I say it. That's probably wrong. I'll ask today my mantra teacher. But this mantra is really beautiful. I shared it the other day on a post. It's been like the mantra I've gone to for most of COVID quarantine, this pandemic that's almost 6 months now. It's been very it's like the Ganesha mantra. It helps, I think, with like obstacles and stuckness, but it's different in that it's like, it feels like this force, like when the body and the mind are out of sorts, it feels like this steadying force. And that could be like a totally wrong interpretation of it, so I might do some research and get back to you, but that's the words I can come up with right now to describe it. So I'll chant a small piece, and then so you can hear it one time, and then I'll repeat that small piece of it so that hopefully you'll do it with me at your house. So Om Triambakam, together. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, together. Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukamiva, together. Orva Rukamiva Bandhanam Mrityur Mukshi Amamrita. Mrityor Mukshi Amamrita. I'll do it again. If anyone has questions, you can drop it in the chat. I'm kind of checking it. Om Triambakam Yajamahe. Om Triambakam Yajamahe. Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. Orva Rukamiva. Orva Rukamiva. Bandhanam. Bandhanam. Mrityor Mukshi Amamrita. Mrityor Mukshi Amamrita. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good. So you can find this on Spotify. You can listen to it on YouTube and just listen to the mantra and let it absorb while you're working or eating or cooking. It can be nice background noise that's not noise, you know? It's not just like the radio or the TV talking. It's something more powerful and helpful, I think. Healing. Right back at you, Monet, Anjay, Ron. I probably said that wrong. Let's notice if our shoulders are like up. Just bring them back and down a couple times. If your shoulder's kind of tight back here like mine, you can just give yourself a little massage. And then let's sit in silence and quiet for a minute or two together, and then we'll open it back up for questions or feedback, conversation. And if you are getting anything from these practices, I would love a Venmo donation. It's not required, but my Venmo is pinned there. It's at Alay Camilla. So sit up tall. You can take a deep, clearing breath like that. Inhale and exhale. Let that shit go. You're welcome, Room to Be Yoga. Hello, Bobby. You made me drop my phone. I was so excited. Monet Anjay Fran. I love that name. It's probably wrong, but I love it. And I'm glad you're going to take this back to your work. ideas, questions, or feedback, I'm here. Gotta go sell a plant in a minute, but I'm here. The next 2 minutes, if you want to say anything or be like, why'd you make me ohm for 10 minutes? Mandy, I'm really happy. Glad to be here for you. Thanks for coming. I'm teaching on Thursday, an hour class if you want to join. Be pretty chill like this. It's online too. All right. Thanks for joining.